Thank you for joining out here at this awesome day to celebrate this wonderful grand opening of the City of Sioux Falls Water Reclamation Facility. My name is Carly Solom with Marsh McLennan Agency, and I have the privilege of kicking off today's ceremony to celebrate this special day. Before I kick it over to people much more exciting and cool than myself, I want to read a little bit about this facility. We're excited to be here today celebrating the expansion of the City of Sioux Falls Water Reclamation Facility. In 2018, the City of Sioux Falls finalized a facility plan outlining major improvements to its regional water reclamation facility and collection system. This project marks the first expansion in more than 40 years and is designed to extend the life of the system while supporting long-term growth and economic development. The improvements will ensure the facility continues to meet the community's needs for the next 20 years and beyond. With the ribbon cutting ceremony today, we celebrate alongside the City of Sioux Falls on the completion of this important expansion to the Water Reclamation Facility. The Greater Sioux Falls Chamber of Commerce and Community, thank you for your support. Let's give them a round of applause. Seems like just yesterday we were celebrating the groundbreaking, and now we get to kick off the actual opening. And to do so, I have my friend Mark Cotter, the director with the Public Works Department. Mark, take it away.
Thank you, Carly. All right, welcome. I'm honored to stand before you today to celebrate this truly historic accomplishment for the City of Sioux Falls. While I can guarantee you that every single one of you has contributed to this facility, this may be the first time you've actually been here in person, so we're thrilled that you're here. In its simplest form, water reclamation is a biologic and chemical treatment process that takes contaminated water, cleans it down to a point where it can meet state and federal standards, and then is responsibly discharged back into the environment. Water reclamation is foundational to a community's critical foundational services, and it not only protects public health, but it preserves our natural resources. This facility is an around-the-clock operation that collects and treats wastewater from over 60,000 properties in Sioux Falls, along with the communities of T, Brandon, and the Renner Sanitary Sewer District. All told, we provide wastewater services to about 250,000 people every single day. About 50 years ago, the city leaders at that time purchased 400 acres of land that you're standing on today that was discreetly tucked away in the northeast part of the city. Hence the reason you needed a map to get here today. The water reclamation facility that they built was completed. The first one was completed in 1986 and served the city for over 40 years, and while our population had grown by 125%. Today we mark the beginning of the next chapter for this facility. Following several years of planning, design, 3.5 years of construction, and $215 million later, we have a modern, more efficient facility that will continue to deliver services that our community has come to expect and deserve. We've increased the capacity of this facility by 50%, and it'll position us very well for continued residential, commercial, and industrial growth. Which, working closely with our partners with Planning and Development Services, over the next 25 years, they predict that our community will grow by another 70%. A few additional highlights of this project. We replaced the entire electrical backbone of this plant. We've upgraded the voltage to improve its efficiency, and we've created triple power supply redundancy, so the light should never go off in this facility. Right, Jerry? We built 7 new structures. This is one of them. As we're here today, we also expanded or upgraded another 6 of them on the campus. We installed 7 miles of underground piping. That also includes a 96-inch main, and just trust me, that's huge. And there's also 2.5 more miles of piping that were put into existing buildings. As we built the facilities out here, it took 3.2 million pounds of rebar to construct this facility. Since the groundbreaking Our crews have worked 1,277 days of construction. Just put that into perspective. That has a burn rate of about $170,000 worth of work per day for the finance people that are here. And this team operated this facility 24/7 while it was under construction. Expanding a wastewater plant is akin to open heart surgery. The motto at the city is taking care of today for a better tomorrow. Our public works team of more than 350 employees is responsible for the transportation and the public utilities that serve our community, and we take that motto very seriously. Just as those who came before us 50 years ago that had the vision to buy this land and build the first water reclamation plant on it, we too take that responsibility as we contemplate improvements that will serve the city for the next 20, 50, and 100 years. Before we elevate those for consideration to our elected officials. We have focused on just-in-time improvements over the course of the years, and we're fortunate to be able to say our customers enjoy some of the lowest water and wastewater rates in the entire region. Before I welcome our speakers, we owe a note of gratitude. First, thank you for helping us celebrate this occasion today. I want to elevate the Greater Sioux Falls Chamber of Commerce. We're happy that Carly Salome and Josh Shields are here on the Chamber's behalf. Our speakers today will need no introduction, but Governor Larry Roden, Mayor Paul Tenhaken, and our Sioux Falls City Council Chair Rich McCurris. Also want to thank those elected officials here that are representing local, county, state, and our congressional offices. And did I mention we've been working 1,277 days out here? Thank you to our crew for sticking together. There's been an occasional time that we've had to tough it out over the past 3.5 years. I want to elevate our core team. Our project core team out here is Aaron Bovenkamp, Ryan Johnson, Shannon Verhey, Mark Perry, Jeff Workenthien, Alan Brummel, Sam Slabby, and Jordan Brown. Even when we've had to work through a number of challenges, this team had a focus on results and always moving something forward every day. Joe Van Scapen, Austin Waldron, Phil Greenwood, and the entire plant team. Shad Hosteen, John Ferris, and the entire collections team. Our construction partners, McCarthy, our engineers, Carollo Engineers, HR Green, the construction observers, Interstate's a local industrial electrical contractor that was brought on early, and Jim Wiederick, our outside counsel. Couple logistics, which I think is fitting to say at a wastewater plant, is restrooms are available in the administration building. Following the ceremony, we're offering tours, and so just look for a staff member that's got a sign that's offering a tour. All right, let's get started. From critical low-interest loans and grants to help fund this project, and the regulatory guidance that's been provided by Secretary Hunter Roberts and his team at the Department of Agriculture and Natural Resources, the relationship between the City of Sioux Falls and the state of South Dakota could not be stronger. And we all know it's critical to having good relationships to make these kind of projects a success. We're honored today to have Governor Larry Roden here to help celebrate this partnership. Please help me welcome Governor Larry Roden.
Well, thank you all. It is an honor to be here back in Sioux Falls. I've spent a fair amount of time here the last few months. My mission as the governor of South Dakota has always been and always will be to keep South Dakota strong, safe, and free. And one of the main ways we accomplish this is by investing in our future. Several years ago, we received a windfall of federal money during COVID. The Nome Road administration chose to invest those dollars in projects that would have a 30 to 50 year impact. And I think that was kind of a common theme in those years. Governor Nome, myself, always felt like it was wise and the best use of one-time dollars is to turn them into ongoing opportunities for our state, and especially for infrastructure. Those investments ended up totaling over $700 million, and about 50 million of those dollars went to this project. In fact, that was the biggest award that we made out of those $700 million. It's not flashy or exciting, but water could not be more important. When our communities, like the City of Sioux Falls, invest in infrastructure, it makes everyone's lives better. And that's why we prioritize supporting this project alongside of you. Your people expect the faucet to turn on and the toilets to flush, and those are just the basic facts of life. Everyone needs it, everyone expects it, and it's on us to deliver it. For as long as I'm governor of South Dakota, we will continue to make these kind of common sense investments. That's how we keep South Dakota strong, safe, and free for generations to come. Thank you for prioritizing this project. God bless you, and may God continue to bless our great state of South Dakota. Thank you.
Thank you, Governor. Thank you, Governor. We appreciate you coming today and the partnership that we enjoy with the state of South Dakota. Next, the mayor of our great city. He casts a bold vision and has always had a focus on smart and strategic growth. When he ran for mayor 8 years ago, I reckon that he probably didn't expect that he would learn a second language that we talk out here at Water Reclamation. We use a lot of acronyms, things like WRF and SCADA and BOD and RAS and WAS and TSS. But probably the one we've gotten the most traction out of is cake. And this is not what you're thinking about cake. This is a special kind of cake that's only made at the Water Reclamation Bakery. Or wastewater treatment facility. Cake here is dewatered biosolids that's removed during the wastewater treatment process, and I'll let your imagination take it from there. Mixed liquor. If someone on the tour today offers you mixed liquor, do not take it. It's not a gin and tonic. You probably won't feel very good later. Mayor, thank you for being a good student all these years. Please help me welcome Mayor Paul Tanakin.
That's good, buddy. Yes, I will never eat cake again in my life, Mark. Well, man, so great to see so many people out here today. I tell you, while I'm speaking, I would just want to do this at the beginning. I would love everybody who works out at Water Rec or who had a part in this project, start making your way up to the vac truck. So, Dan, Aaron, you're part of this. Jordan, start heading up there. So thanks for coming out today. You know, I've really been waiting 4 years to say this line, that Sioux Falls is number one with year number two. But honestly, whoever was in the mayor's chair the last 4 years was probably going to work on this project. I mean, to be candid with you, it was going to get done. It had to get done. It was a transformational project that, thanks to the support of the governor, Secretary Roberts, the state, it probably wouldn't have accelerated at the rate it did. But we have 70 people that work at this facility, and it runs 24/7. And this is a place that you never see. You've probably never been out here. You don't realize that it runs 24/7, 365. And we talk about the great public servants that we have in the city of Sioux Falls, and a lot of times you think about cops, and you think about firefighters, and you think about our lifeguards. But these guys and these men and women, they're out here as true public servants doing this job 24/7, 365, and making sure that one of the most basic pieces of infrastructure is delivered every single day to our community. And the backbone of a city is wastewater. It's what economic development runs on. It's what, when we're having economic development talks with organizations, the first question they ask is, what's your wastewater capacity? It's what home builders want to ask. What's the wastewater? What's the trunk line look like? Where is the next trunk line going to look like? Where can I build homes? And so I would love if you would just give these guys a big round of applause for all they do for this city. So Mark mentioned this, but he said this building, this was like open heart surgery. What he really meant by that is that we had to build all this while we were still delivering the critical service of treating wastewater. So, the analogy of building the plane while you're flying it, that was really the case here. And I think there was a point, I think it was in May when we did that critical cutover, where everyone was kind of puckered up when we did that cutover and like, man, I hope this works. And it worked. And so for 3.5 years, these guys have been working in an active construction site where every minute 14,000 gallons of wastewater flow through this facility every single minute. And so these guys have orchestrated more than 25 plant shutdowns over the course of this. 25 times they've had to shut down the plant. And that takes months of coordination to make sure that happens so that we can continue on the construction process. Sometimes they have to report at 2 or 3 a.m. to conduct those plant shutdowns at a time when the wastewater needs are at the lowest to make that happen. So that will minimize the disruptions to the public. So truly an incredible feat. So I know a lot of times there's unsung heroes that we talk about in the public. Last night we recognized law enforcement at a really cool event. But there's people like this that are really, really incredible heroes in our community. So I want to thank Mark Perry. Mark, where's Mark at? Mark right there is our wastewater superintendent. And these guys are just incredible members of our community. So I want to thank you all for coming, but I really want to thank these folks for all you do. You guys know I love you. You're part of Sioux Falls, so thanks for everything you guys do to make this city awesome. Appreciate y'all.
Thanks, boss. All right, just like we've had the mayor's support for this project, we've also worked and earned the support of our city council, as our team has brought forward numerous capital projects, rate adjustments, and changes for the ways that we charge for wastewater capacity. The city council was very diligent. They asked a number of questions, dug into the details, and ultimately trusted us to build these projects. And so please help me welcome City Council Chair Rich McCurris.
Thanks, Mark. Thanks, everybody, for being here today on behalf of the City Council and previous City Council. Thank everybody for their investment that they're making in Sioux Falls. When I go to the grocery store as a city councilor, there's a lot of things I hear. I'll hear things like, why did you let that apartment building be built there? Why don't you get more cops? I've never gone to the grocery store. No one has ever said to me, thank you for making my bathroom experience so memorable this morning. But I can tell you this, if the bathroom experience did not work, the next time I was at the grocery store, all I would hear is about that bathroom experience. It's this behind-the-scenes infrastructure work that sets the baseline for our community to have such high quality of life. And I want to thank today the former city councilors that have gone before us, that saw the future. Today we've got some of them here with us. We've got Greg Jameson, Christine Erickson, Rick Kiley, Marshall Selberg. Not sure if I'm missing anybody else that I saw today, but really appreciate counselors that went before us that saw the future rather than the noise of the present. I also want to point out today and remind our public today, first thank the taxpayer and thank the users of the system. The fees that you're paying, the taxes that you're paying are going to this infrastructure work, but more than that, I want to remind the taxpayer and the public today that when you go into the voting booth, remember the elected officials that you put in place. Ask them, are you going to make the hard decisions that sometimes raise fees and do other things, but provide a better tomorrow for the next generation? So I want to thank the public today, the users, for the officials that they've put in place that have made really good decisions in the past. Today, as we come out here, I kind of think of this. Turn right here. You guys are like the sound guy at a wedding. In my day job, officiating weddings, almost every wedding that I officiate, right before the wedding, I go up to the sound guy and I say, you have one goal. You don't want anybody to remember you after today. Because when's the last time you went to a wedding and you left and you said, I got to send a thank you to the sound guy? No one ever does it. But how many of you have gone to a wedding and you're like, what did that maid of honor say? What did that best man say? You can't hear a word. Because what? The sound guy didn't do their job. But when the sound guy does their job, you don't think about them at all. And today, we've got the best sound team in the United States of America. Nobody thinks about them, but here's why. Because you do your job so magnificently, and it starts at the top. There's only one way a project like this gets through the city council and elected officials is when those elected officials have trust in the public servants that are leading the way. And Director Cotter is a prime example of someone who communicates, responds to communication, responds to tough questions, and will engage in that dialogue. So, Public Works team, thank you for being the best sound guys in the country. And thank everybody here for the work that you're doing. And I am so excited about the future of Sioux Falls. Sioux Falls is going to continue to grow. Why? Because of our high quality of life. People are going to stay here because of our high quality of life, and they're going to come here because of our high quality of life. A high quality of life does not happen without high quality basic services. And thanks to the investments that have been made now, we've got the highest quality of basic services available. Thank you for the work that you are doing.
Thank you.
Inspiring words makes me want to go run my sink and toilet, and thank you all while I'm doing it, so appreciate that. We have one last order of business. I get to introduce Mr. Josh Shields of Poet, and he is representing the Board of Directors for the Greater Sioux Falls Chamber of Commerce.
Thanks, Carly. Good morning. Thanks everyone for coming here today. As Carly said, on behalf of the Greater Sioux Falls Chamber of Commerce and the Board of Directors, we appreciate you all coming out and supporting this. As many of the speakers have said, this is just really critical to the future of a bright Sioux Falls, and that's obviously something that the Chamber cares a lot about, is the future of the city. And so appreciate the team, our leaders, and all of you for coming out today. So let me read this plaque, and then we'll cut a ribbon. Proud member of the Greater Sioux Falls Chamber of Commerce, Sioux Falls Water Reclamation Facility, October 30th, 2025. Congratulations on your ribbon cutting. We share our sincere best wishes for your success and the continued growth in the Sioux Falls area. Signed by Jeff Griffin, Chamber President, and Tammy and Dysart, our Chair. Thanks.
Thank you.